welcome to our new episode. So I'm very excited for this one because we dive very deep into business in the upcoming weeks. So this episode is all about how you can create an irresistible, profitable and sold out offer with your business. So you probably heard me talking about this already a lot, but I think it's worth it to repeat this message because when I look into my client offer, there is always something there that is missing. And even in my own offer, I always revisit this process. I always ask myself, it is clear enough? I am talking with a desire, and it's always good to understand this proper process and keep refining your offer creation and keep refining that what are you selling it's actually hot. And I will use this word a lot along this episode because that's what it is, ladies. So your offer is the core of your success. So if your offer it is just about you or about what you like, about your creativity, and I have to say this, and this is something that I fight with my clients all the time. So I am not saying that you don't need to be creative. You need to be creative. And part of your creativity, your personality, you need to be in what you're doing. Of course, you need to be there because you need to run the show. Okay. So I'm not saying that creativity is not important, but that's not how you sell, ladies. Your customer, he doesn't care about how creative you have been in your offer. They don't care that if you deliver the program or your service while you're dancing with, I don't know, balloons or whatever it might be. They don't care because they have a problem and they want you to solve the problem. And that's very simple. So creativity in business, it's important. It needs to be there. We need to invite creativity in everything that we do, but we also need to be business women, right? And a businesswoman, she's the one that asks herself, yes, I want to be creative, but I also need to serve my audience and I need to have a profitable business. And if you just allowing your creativity to flow every time and forgetting about this, you are not going to sell and you are not going to make money in your business. So creativity is good, but please be careful to don't go into that path too much and procrastinating on creating an offer that it's actually profitable and people want really to buy that. So I'm going to show you today, which is super fun, but I really needed to say that because this is something that I see happen with my clients all the time. They say, yes, Arab, I just want to be more creative. Yes, okay. But this offer, it's something that people want to buy or is just your idea because you want to be creative today and it's not going to sell. And in the majority of the case, it doesn't sell because they haven't done this process and they haven't done this work. So I wanted to just, share this because it's very essential. And please don't misunderstand this message like my client sometimes does. It doesn't mean that you don't need to be creative at all. You can be creative in a different way, in the way that you deliver your program, in the way that you do the package of your product. You can be creative in so many different ways, okay, ladies? So please don't misunderstand this message. Okay, so what are the core elements to make sure that your offer is going to sell like hot cakes? And I love this metaphor because that's exactly what we want. We want your customer to die to buy your product. And they really, the moment they see it, they really feel that they want that, right? So how do we make that happen? So there is a 3 core element that we use at the Academy, which is nothing crazy or new. Probably you heard about them already, which is part of our signature system, which is a particular system that we use at the Academy to create our offer. And then from there, we create the marketing. So the 3 core elements to have an irresistible offer that sell like hotcakes is desire, problem, and solution. And I will simplify these really well so you can do it today. So grab a piece of paper if you can, or if you're driving, just do this as soon as you can. So the first part of creating a irresistible offer is desire. What is that your client desire? And listen carefully to this. Not what they need, because your customer doesn't know what they need in the majority of the case. Every time that I start working with a new client, they say that I want this, Sarah. I want to know how to sell straight away. And they think they need that, but they need something else first, which is mindset and energetics works, to make sure that when they arrive at the module of sales, they actually sell. Otherwise, they are not going to sell. But they think they need that first, so they will sell. So they don't know what they need, right? Because a customer doesn't know. Whatever business you are in, this is the same, right? So when you go at the spa, you maybe think that you need to jump straight away in the sauna, but the lady is welcoming you and say, no, you need to sit down first, fill up the form. So you give me all the information, I give you a cup of tea, you have a shower, and then you jump in the sauna, right? You maybe want to jump in the sauna straight away, but that's not the process. So she knows better than you, right? And it's the same with your customer. They don't know what they need. They think they know, but they don't. But they know what they desire. They know really well what is that they desire. And that's your job, figure this out. So if you currently don't know, and if you are not sure about this, that's exactly what I want you to do as a first step. Find out today. So whatever offer you are currently promoting, or you currently having, or whatever offer you have in mind to start promoting, this is the work that I want you to do today. Because without this piece, the cake doesn't sell. That doesn't sell at all, because your customer will not see the point to buy your product or your service if you are not going to give it to them what they desire and what they want. They don't care about the needs, they care about the wants, and they care about the desire. So the way that I do this is very simple. I use my stories sometimes, but not so much for this question, because sometimes people feel like, oh, I don't want to reply to this, it's too personal. I do this in DMs or with clients. For example, I ask them, what is your deepest desire? What is the thing that you want the most? So they give me, of course, the answer. Or I do this through DMs, through the conversation that I have with my follower. And I ask them, what is your deepest desire in your business? What is the thing that you want and crave the most? And when I collect at least 20 answers, I just look at them and say, okay, we have 15 people say the same, or 10 people say the same. 10 people out of 20, which means that we have maybe a couple of different desires. So I ask another 10, for example, to make sure that I am 100% sure about the desire. And I make sure that my offer speak to that. Because that's how you sell. That's how you really sell, through your copy, because people feel it, that you get them, and they feel it, oh, she gives me exactly what I want. So I cannot say no to this offer, because to position your offer in the market as a must have, you need to address the desire of your customer. So this is the first step, okay? What is the deepest desire of your customer? Find that out today. Don't procrastinate. Do it today, because if you procrastinate, you're not going to do it. Please do it now, okay? The second step is the problem of your customer. And I talk about this all the time. And ladies, the reason why I dedicated an entire episode around this, because I see my clients, they always make mistakes around this. And I make mistakes too, as well, constantly. That's why I revisit this process constantly. We assume. We assume as entrepreneur that we know better. I know which problem my clients have. Come on. I know which problem my follower have. I can guarantee you that you don't. You really need to ask first. You really need to be sure. So ask your audience through poll, question, and DMs. Ask your current customer or previous customer, or people that can potentially be your ideal client. Message them and ask them, what are the current problems that you're facing in your business? Or what are the current problems that you're facing on losing weight? Whatever is your business, ask them. Ask them. Don't assume, because every time that you assume, I can guarantee you that you are going to make mistakes and you are going to get it wrong. Because assumption, it never works in business, and it never works in marketing. So this is the key of your marketing, okay? That's why I started with this today, because I'm bringing you in a journey, okay? From today. We started Monday, actually. But we keep going. And this is all my mistakes, ladies. I have done all those mistakes. That's why I'm here teaching you how to don't do the same. So when you figure out which problem your customer have, make a list, okay? Just make a list of all the problem. And then I want you to ask to yourself this question: can I solve them? And you need to be honest. You really need to be honest, because I saw this happening so many times. You can't promise to people to deliver something that you can't. So if you can't solve a certain problem, for example, I can't solve certain problem in business. Not yet. Maybe one day I will, but not right now. So if a customer comes to me and asks a certain question about their business, and if I can't fix that problem and solve that problem, I say, no, I can't help you, okay? So be humble enough to say to yourself, can I solve this? Yes or no. If you can't solve it, eliminate the problem from the list for now. And in the future, maybe you can do something about it, but not right now. Okay, so that's the second step, which is essential. Finding which problem your audience, ideal client have, and then ask yourself if you can solve that problem, right? That's the second element of the offer. Like, how can you have an offer that sells? The third one is the solution that you provide. So when you have the list of all the problems and you decided which one are the one that you can actually solve, so you selected them, now I want you to find a solution for every single one of them. And when you have those solutions in place, okay, this is the solution that I can provide for the problem number one. This is the solution that I can provide for problem number two, and blah, 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 you keep going. And then ask yourself which transformation I will deliver to my customer if I solve this problem with this solution, right? And that's connected with the desire. So now that's where all the dots connecting. So I give you, I'm going to do an example very shortly. So I'm going to put all of this together so it will make more sense. But when you arrive at the point of the solution, ask yourself, if I provide this solution to this problem, I am going to deliver the transformation that my client desire, whatever it may be. That's really important, ladies. And you have no idea how many times people do this in a wrong way. And they don't deliver the transformation that the customer wants in the end of a promotion or, sorry, of a program, a service, or when they buy a product, because it works the same. And then what's happening? The customer is not happy, right? Because they haven't received what they wanted. So this part is essential and is not something that it's obvious, because I have done this mistake that sometimes I created the solution for the problem without keeping in mind the desire of my client. And then maybe sometimes they arrive in the end and they didn't see the result, for example, because it was my fault. When I started, of course, I made some mistakes like everybody. And they maybe weren't happy because they didn't get what they wanted. You remember the desire, the wants. You have to deliver that, because that's why the client will pay you and buy your services or product, because of the transformation, because of the desire. So you have to ask this question to yourself when you arrive at the end. If I provide those solutions, do I actually deliver the desire of my customer? If the answer is yes, good. If the answer is no, you have to change the solution that you provide. You have to study maybe. I realized that last year that I had to study again, because were things that were missing in business for me. So I had to really dive deeper in study. That's why I created a sales academy this year now, because it was 1 year of me study and learning how to deliver this transformation for my customer that I know they wanted that. And I'm going to give you an example now exactly with the sales academy that we are currently promoting. And this is very, very essential, ladies, because the transformation is exactly what the customer wants. They don't care about how you get them there. I see these all the time. They don't care about the feature of your offer. They don't care about many calls. They don't care about, the way that you are going to deliver that. They maybe want to know and have some information, depends on the personality type and which type of personality you have. And we're going to speak about this when we arrive at the next couple of episodes where I speak about this. So don't worry, I will share everything with you. But they don't care about that. They really want to know, can you deliver the transformation to me? If it's a yes, if it's a no, tell me that, because that's what I need to know. Okay, so really, really dive into this work deeper. That's it. Ladies, that's it. And this is the thing, it's simple. It is very straightforward, and it's very easy to create an offer that you can position it very well in the market as a must-have for your ideal client, and that is going to sell, is going to sell. If you're doing this work, is going to sell. And if it doesn't, it's just about refining and changing maybe a few things around, but you will sell the offer if you've done this work because you spoke with people, you are sure. And something that I always say to my clients, they doing this work in depth in the academy, something that I always say to them, they always say to me, Sara, okay, I want to do my content, I want to do my marketing, I want to launch this, I want to do this now. I say, no, we are not going to do nothing like that until we nailed the offer. And the reason why, because if they don't have the hot cake offer, irresistible, and people really want that because they have done this homework, the marketing and the sales that we're going to do after is never going to work. So they simply throw spaghetti in the wall, hoping that they're going to stick, but they simply will not stick. And they feel demotivated in the end because they don't make sales, they are exhausted, they are tired, and then feel they want to give up because things doesn't work. It is not true. Things doesn't work because you're skipping the step. And I see this in business all the time. Businesswoman skipping the steps. And this is one of the essential steps to have a profitable business. If your offer is not done properly, you're not going to sell. Your marketing is not going to convert. And, there is so much to do after that. But this is the first step. This is the foundation of everything that you're going to do next. It's essential, really essential. So go through this step. If you have questions, you know where to find me. I want to give you an example now, okay? And another reason why I ask my client to do this work, because when you nail this, you are confident. You are so confident during your sales. So have you noticed that it's been months now, weeks, that I promote to the Sales Academy every single day? And the reason why I am so confident and I can do that with consistency is because that this program, it's a hot cake. It's a hot cake because I did my homework. I did exactly what I did. I share it with you today in this podcast. Exactly the same step. Like there is no magic secret or anything like that. You will find those steps when you're joining the academy. So it really is not a secret. My client will probably listen to this and feel like, oh yeah, she does that all the time. Like that's exactly what we're doing in the academy. So that's exactly what I do. And I done this. I asked my audience, what is your desire? I asked my client, what is that you want? And the answer was, I want to sell with ease and I want people to message me. I don't want to always chasing people to buy my products, to buy my stuff. I want people to buy, just buy. I don't want to cold DM people. I am tired, Sara, to do all of this. And guess what? All the people that I'm talking with, they say all the same thing. I want to wake up in the morning and see payment in my inbox. I want to be in holiday and I want to see payment in my inbox without doing anything. Great. Of course, we need to do something, right? You know that nothing comes from nothing. There is always work to do in business. But that was the desire. So I want this like crazy. I don't want to chase people. I don't want to send 25 messages every day to my audience to sell. I want people to just do it. Okay. And then I would start thinking and ask myself, that's exactly what I want as well, by the way. So I started to study, learn, and buy a group coaching program for myself to learn also how to do this for myself. So I could teach you the same. And that's why I created the Sales Academy. So this was the desire, okay? The problem was that people are messaging constantly other people to sell. They really push people, like sending so many messages and doing so many things to try to sell to them. They're doing a ton of content that doesn't convert, so they feel really frustrated because they don't have consistent sales. The other problem was, I don't make sales with ease, Sara. Sales sound really harsh, difficult to me. I feel that I don't want to sell. I am not even promoting my service every single day because I'm afraid that I will be too pushy, too sellish, blah, 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 blah. You know all of these, right? Because you probably experienced the same. That's why our podcast series around sales has been the most played, because sales is a very big problem in business, especially for women. So when I started to collecting all of those information, that's the desire. Those are the problems. Sales are not consistent for women, and sales are hard, difficult, not easy, and women doesn't feel confident to sell. I put together the offer, the Sales Academy, to sell with ease, attract consistent sales, and not having to push people and send cold DMs, because people will buy directly from you, and then you will wake up in the morning with the payment in the inbox. That's exactly the program. And it was easy for me to put this together after this work. And of course, I am confident on selling that, because I know that that's what people need and that's what people want. So there is no point for me to feel confident. It's just a matter of time that I will grow the Sales Academy with a lot of women in that. That's probably going to take a while, but that's fine. I know it's going to happen. I know, because this is an hot cake program. And it will be the same for you. The moment that you find this out, you will create a product, a program, or a course, or a service that is going to speak exactly to this, and it will sell. I can guarantee you it will sell. And this is necessary, because after we have that, guess what? You can create the marketing. You can create all the strategy to make sure that you bring this product in front of as many people as possible, and you sell. And your marketing will speak directly to this product, and it will be easy for you to convert people through your copy, right? Which is, that's exactly what you need to sell, because the copy that you write is sell for you. Your content need to sell for you. Your story need to sell for you. And by the way, this is all the work that we're going to do in the Sales Academy. So we start with work, internal work, which is necessary, very essential, or you are not selling. And then we're creating an offer that it's actually hot, and people cannot say no to you. They literally can't say no to you. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer, because you talking with those three elements, that's exactly what your client want to hear. And then we crafted the marketing, a compelling copy that is going to be sold out, because the moment they're reading that, they feel like, oh, this is me. This is exactly what I want. This is exactly what I need. And they cannot say no to you. So that's exactly the work that we're going to do to make sure the sales are easy. Okay. So by the way, you still have time until the 24th of October to enroll in the Sales Academy. And I highly encourage you to do it this year, to don't postpone this. I know you probably have fear, but what about doesn't work? But literally, this program is going to change the game for your business, because consistent sales will be there. You also are going to grow so much as a woman. I will teach you everything about offer creation, profitability of your offer, marketing, sales, and this is a game changer program. And you have until the 24th to also have access to one-to-one session with me every single month, which is awesome, because I can have a look into your business directly in private. So please, all the details are below, and you know that my DMs is always open. So for every question that you have, I'm available to have a chat with you through our DMs, or to have a call together if is that what you prefer. So we have so many testimonials, so many successful stories. So we are not here to, take advantage of anybody. We are a very serious brand, and I'm here to answer any question that you may have. But do this exercise today, because those are the three key elements to craft your profitable offer. And if you don't want to do the Sales Academy right now, or you want to give a taste of what we do, we have the confidence code available, which is a $37 training, where you can start creating the base of your profitable offer creation. So you can buy that course for $37 if you want to have a taste of my work first, and you don't feel ready to jump into the Sales Academy yet. So we have also some low ticket offer for you available right now. Okay, that's all I have for you. And next week we dive into the next step, which is going to be even more impactful for your business growth. And looking forward to see you on Instagram.